Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. AT&T just reported earnings, and they've got the numbers here. They're public. You can find them at the Investor Relations page. I'll link it for you guys. You'll see one in the description, and you guys can check out more of these details if you like. But we're going to highlight some of these key points that I didn't necessarily cover in my first video in the morning of the earnings report release. But there's a couple things I want to discuss. All right, the first thing I want to mention, total wireless net adds. All right, so we're talking about all the connections that they added at the company. 748,000. All right, 328,000 postpaid connection adds. 405,000 are postpaid phone. Remember, those are the most profitable ones. Now, if you look here at the previous quarter, so third quarter 2024, you'll see that it's up by a small amount. It was 403 last Q3. It's 405 this Q3. Postpaid other, they had losses. That to me means that there's some disconnects, right? 77,000. A year ago quarter, it was plus 26,000. So those are tablets and I'm assuming maybe watches and connected devices, things like that. And then prepaid phone, they lost 45,000 1 year ago this quarter. They lost 83,000 this quarter. So we're talking about twice as many losses. Not to say we're sounding the alarm here, but you like to see all segments of your business growing. I think that's worth noting. I think somebody's taking share. I personally believe it to be total taking share. I think Verizon's prepaid segment has really found its footing. Anyways, postpaid phone churn came in at 0.92. That is concerning. I think more so to the industry because typically AT&T has industry low churn. 0.78 1 year ago Q3. So I mean there's some concern, and that to me tells me maybe T-Mobile's is in line or slightly higher. Maybe Verizon's is higher too. We'll have to wait and see. We'll find out more of that information in the next 24 to 48 hours. Prepaid churn came in at 2.82. It was 2.73 year ago quarter. That's not that different. So they've got losses in prepaid. They're just not getting gains, right? So, they're not really winning in that side. Postpaid phone ARPU is down slightly. They went from $57.07 year ago third quarter to $56.64. They're not as profitable as they were. They have to be a bit more aggressive with the phone deals to continue to grow at a clip of 405,000. See what I'm saying? So they're not as profitable. The margins aren't as good. All right, here's some of the operating expenses and those kind of things. To kind of conclude with this video, looking at the home internet piece. So check this out. Broadband net adds 232,000, right? Year ago, it was 28,000. Why? Because they had non-fiber losses. Tons of DSL customers disconnects. They lost 198,000 customers 1 year ago third quarter in wireline, right? The non-fiber piece. Right, so those losses have slowed. I mean, who's going to leave or who's going to disconnect or be disconnected, right? It's a much lower number, only 56,000 this quarter. They added 288,000 fiber and added 270,000 fixed wireless access 5G home internet customers. Huge, guys. So what are we looking at here? 558,000. Or what's the math on this? Yeah. So we're talking about 560,000 customers that they added. You take away the disconnects, we're still at 500,000 home broadband customers. A pretty nice mix of internet air and fiber. They're doing really good in home broadband. Verizon does really good in home broadband with Fios and 5G home internet, but not like AT&T, because AT&T's got those really healthy margins. Look at that broadband ARPU. $71.23. The fiber now up to $73.48. And this is important. Why I tell people watch what they do, don't necessarily listen to what they say, right? They tell you that they care about wireless, but look at this fiber ARPU. It's up $3.12 year over year quarter in terms of the ARPU. It goes up every year. They charge customers more. They get people to move up the stack to take the more expensive premium plans. I mean, they're going up 4.5% year over year in their margins, in their total revenues. Like, that's why they really care and like home broadband, and they focus on the fiber piece. Anyways, these were some of the numbers we needed, right? So what's my takeaway from these key elements, right? Things that we didn't have this morning in our video. Fiber, a major strength. 5G home internet, a major strength. Prepaid, showing a little weakness, right? Not showing the growth it used to. Not showing the strength it used to. Not alarmingly bad, but they're not growing in it. You know, margins are improving in fiber. Wireless shrinking a little bit, right? And the way that AT&T is making this up, and I'll make sure I conclude this way. AT&T is willing to give people brand new iPhones with $1,000 in credits to get them on fiber and wireless. They want you on both. That's what this is all about. I think AT&T's strategy is going to work better than Verizon's. Unfortunately, I know Verizon all in on my plans and perks. Meanwhile, AT&T all in on home broadband and wireless. Now Verizon does this too. They've got Fios, they've got 5G home internet. That's not the trouble. But the fact that Verizon is unwilling to sustain promotional activity through an entire quarter keeps the customer looking AT&T's way. And it does cost them a little growth. And I know Verizon's position. They don't want to sell themselves short, you know, and cut in the margins. But it's good enough for AT&T, and they're enjoying the growth. And I think long term, I think this helps AT&T's prospects as they look to converge the customer, looking to make it up collectively on the account and not just the line. You know what I mean? Some pretty important stuff here. Let me know what you guys think about the numbers, the prepaid numbers, the churn rates. I mean, it's a lot, man. It's heavy. A lot of stuff there from AT&T. We got T-Mobile next, Verizon later. We'll get those numbers. We'll discuss it more then. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.